Welcome back to Vibe Evolution. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Dabba Dang. And today, we're going to talk about sports athletes, their opinions, and criticism. Here we go. Hey, 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 hey. Alright, so let's get into it. Without further ado, I have a very special guest in the building. He is Mr. Entrepreneur, Mr. CEO, Mr. He is the job. Give it up for Mr. Kidd Klutch Productions. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, Daniel. Thanks for having me back. How are you?
I'm good, brother. I'm good, man. So let's get into this topic. We all know how athletes are with their opinions and everything else and getting critiqued and stuff. They don't like getting critiqued. But there's been one athlete who's been getting attention in the news media lately, Mr. Kwame Brown. Or Kwame Brown? Oh, I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyway, Kwame Brown. He has been going on news lately and everything else, getting attention, going after Charlamagne the God, going after Stephen A. Smith, going after Stephen Jackson, going after everybody. Now, I listened to some of his videos. Some videos he does speak some knowledge, but the rest of it, sometimes it feels like he just ranting and raving a little bit. And then recently, Stephen A. Smith did something on his show where he talked about Kwame Brown and everything else. And I've looked on research on Stephen A. Smith, and for years he's been calling Kwame Brown a scrub, saying he's no good as a basketball player and stuff. And it feels like he's just talking down to Kwame Brown and stuff like that when you see some of those videos. But what's your thoughts and opinions on that, brother?
In my opinion, I see those same thoughts and views as Stephen A. Smith or Kwame Brown. I think as a basketball player, he is a fraud. I think personally that he is the worst basketball player that ever played in NBA uniform. But I'm not talking about Kwame Brown the person. I'm talking about Kwame Brown the basketball player. And that's where I try to basically, differentiate myself from the position. And I'm not talking about him personally. And if you and I used to have an argument about LeBron James all the time, is he plays for my favorite teams. I still criticize him, but my critique of LeBron James used to be strictly on the basketball court. But as a man, as a person, I have a great deal of respect for him.
Yeah. Because when this is going on, you both of us are arguing about LeBron James. I thought it seemed like you were attacking him, the person. But I had to realize you're not attacking him as the person. You're attacking him as on the court. I feel like the same situation with Kwame Brown. Is like, but my thing with the whole Kwame Brown situation, there was a situation with Charlamagne the God where he did go after him personally, and he started talking about his family business and family livelihood and everything else. And that's something you don't do. I feel like Charlamagne, he shot himself in the foot with that one, because when you talk about somebody's family life and personal life and stuff that Kwame Brown didn't know or his family didn't know, that's something that's dangerous. You don't do that. And then Kwame Brown had he had the absolute right to go after Charlamagne personally because he did that. Because you bring out personal stuff, you're gonna get personal stuff, and that's something we don't tolerate over here. I don't go after you don't go after nobody personally. You critique them on a professional level, but on a personal level, that's where you're crossing the line.
I 100% agree. They crossed the line against Charlamagne, and I also want to say too is it was Matt Barnes, Gilbert Arenas, and Stephen Jackson on Matt Barnes and Stephen Jackson's podcast, Or Smoke, where they were talking about what Kwame, for me, correct me if I'm wrong, is that they talking about him as a basketball player. None of them mentioned anything personally.
Yeah, but a rumor is, I saw some videos with Stephen Jackson. He's threatening Kwame Brown, saying, "Oh, if you don't like me, so we can handle this outside and this and that. I'm gonna get my boys after you." I said, "Okay, he's crossing the line with that. You could critique him as a basketball player, but when you talk about his personal stuff, you talk about getting in fisticuffs or alluding to that. That's when we have a problem here. You don't talk about personal. Don't make it personal because you're gonna cause more problems. You can critique him as a player."
Kwame Brown and Stephen Jackson, because I think Kwame at first he got offended and he started talking crazy to Stephen Jackson and telling him he gonna stay at this place and all that. And one thing led to another, and all the testosterone.
Yeah.
And they got to the threats and back and forth. And messing.
Yeah.
I think Kwame Brown, I get that he feels that he doesn't like what he's hearing because he said that he made over $60 million during his career. He got 8 acres of land.
Yeah.
And he just feels that, well, you're saying I'm not accomplished as a man. No. That's what he got to get in his mind. Stop being so sensitive. If you're mad with somebody talking about you as a person, yeah, I have no problem with it. But as a basketball player, that's what they get paid to do.
Mm-hmm.
The analyst, the journalist.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith, he gets paid to critique people. He gets paid to critique basketball players and athletes. That's his job. Yeah. Like, now, there have been times where it seems like he's been going after him personally, calling him a scrub and this and that and busted. And okay, that's kind of alluding to, it feels like you're personally attacking him, but you can critique him as a basketball player. When you start going personal, it's like, okay, or making it, or alluding to the fact that it might be personal, that's a problem. That's the problem I have. And I feel like that's a lot of problem people have with quote unquote Stephen A. Smith and these analysts. It's like, hey, it seems like he's alluding to the fact that he's going about him personally. It's the same thing Russell Westbrook, where he feels like he's attacking him personally, but in fact he's critiquing him as a basketball player.
And I watch Stephen A. Smith every day. Actually, since he's been on First Take for the last 8 years, I've been watching.
Mm-hmm.
8 or 9 years I've been watching him on First Take. I think listen to his radio show. I watch Stephen A's World from time to time. I watch him on Sports Center. So I think Stephen A is going is not going at Kwame Brown. Yeah, he goes from a frog, but he means as a basketball player.
Yeah.
And then he actually said it last night on his Stephen A's World show that what I said about Kwame Brown, especially as a basketball player, I never expected him as a person.
Yeah.
And he also said Kwame Brown is a better basketball player than me or the average person.
Yeah.
And he said, I say as an NBA player, no, on their team. People keep forgetting this. Kwame Brown was the number one overall
draft pick. Yep.
In his draft. So that is fair to call him a fraud. You didn't make an all-star team or nothing. What would you call that?
I'll call that a sorry basketball player. That's what I'll call it.
Yeah, that would be like me hiring a company hiring a guy to do analytics or hiring a guy to be the CEO and the numbers is not doing well. He don't live up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Do we not critique that?
Yeah, we can critique that and everything else. My thing with these athletes, they're taking it personally. It's like it's never personal. Never personal.
Yeah.
It's just business. Like it's their job to critique. I remember one time I was in college and everything else, and I can live to it where I'm critiquing them as, football players or basketball players, and then they're getting hostile. I was like, what you getting hostile for? It's never personal. It was never personal. It was just business. I was critiquing how they played the game and stuff. Then they talking about, then they go talk about threatening me and this and that. I'm like, what you threatening me for? It's not personal. Stop taking it personal.
Yeah, because I faced similar situations in high school too. I would say something about a basketball player that was a star player in high school. Some people that I guess they looked up to him, but they weren't really friends with him because he had a tight group of people that he hung with.
Yeah.
But some of them, they were fans of his, and they'll say, well, you won't say that to his face and all that. I was like, no, I talk about him as a person. I said, David basketball.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
He played good, Nick.
Yeah.
They're not the truth or not.
Yeah.
You gotta stop athletes gotta stop being so sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
And stop being mad at people because they're critiquing their game. Because I remember Stephen A. saying this a couple years ago. He said, when he used to interview, when he was a beat writer and journalist,
yeah,
in Philadelphia, he used to interview basketball players, football players, and stuff. And he said some of them would want to talk to him, and they get mad when he covers.
Mm-hmm.
Covers them, and he'll say, "Well, I can." If they ask him, they play bad in the game, and they ask him a question about it, they don't want to talk about it, and they'll say, "Okay, we can start. I can start talking about stuff that happens off the court."
Mm-hmm.
And they ain't like that.
Yeah.
And we said, "Okay." And they got got back in line, they didn't have any more problems with it.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm not understanding how people get mad at people for doing their job.
Yeah.
I remember even they saying that that mother he actually got mad with him because she said he wasn't hard on her son. He said exactly both friends together. And she's like, look, so she said Stephen A. said you see Jackson play good that game. Get on them, hold them accountable. And that's how most people got to get. I understand family members, they don't like that. You're talking about their loved ones. They can't take it, but I'm going to tell you like this. Damn thing. Can't take it, don't read the newspaper. If they don't be criticized. Yep. As long as they're not criticizing the person. Yep. I understand why Russell Westbrook wife would be mad about it. Yeah. And Kwame Brown's mother was mad about analysts and stuff critiquing him. I understand that. Yeah. But it's like this. You know what you signed up for when you got in the NBA. Like Kwame Brown said, the NBA changed his life forever. Yeah. The NBA made him a millionaire. So if they made you a millionaire, why are you mad about critiquing your game? Yeah, so overall, I agree with you on all those sentiments and stuff. And my thing is, wrapping this up and closing this out, is athletes, don't take this personal. It was never personal. It's always about critiquing them as basketball players. Now, can analysts get out of line when they critique? Yes, they can. I've seen it happen. But it's never personal. It's just business. Tyler, Kidd Klutch, what are your final thoughts? I will say this. I'm going to put back on there are analysts that do go personally on athletes and stuff. They're not, some of them pull them out, and other black analysts, typically Stephen A. call those people out. So they've done it. We got to stop trying to make everything racialized and make everything personal. Society has to stop being pacified and stop trying to be so politically correct with stuff. Because it's hurting people. Yeah. And also, just the Stephen A. thing was clarify with that is people act like he only goes at black athletes. If you actually go at Stephen A. shows, he goes at white athletes. Equally. Because I seen him today actually. On first take, he was going after 10 people because he said 10 people is the embodiment of white privilege. Because he took a spot for somebody when he didn't deserve it, because his college coach is now the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's calling that out. Yeah. So the lesson of the day is, when you start talking about people, the positions, know what you're talking about. Yep. Don't go by one soundbite that you see. Well, actually, watch the show first take. Watch Stephen A's World. Read some of his columns and stuff, and you'll see he's been consistent all these years about his critique of athletes. It's never been personal, it's been business. So when you talk to athletes that can't, if you don't need to play in the NBA, give it to somebody that wants to play in the NBA. Wants to play NFL, MLB, any other sport. Can't handle the pressure, give it up. Yep. You don't want to be a millionaire, give it up. Yep. If you can't handle somebody talking about you, critiquing your game, or critiquing you, then you shouldn't be an athlete. I'm sorry, you can't handle that. That's you have to deal with everything that comes with it. Yeah. Stop being sensitive. It's damn. We signing off. Enjoy yourselves.